So, had a little break, we're back. We already have him sitting here, so everyone give a warm welcome to Juke Wong, who's come all the way from the Windy City. It is the Windy City, isn't it? I got that right. That's his nickname, yeah?
Yeah.
Chicago. How you doing, bro? You're here for a week. Traveled over here.
Yeah, I've been good, man. Just been working and stuff like that, so kind of tired, but we here.
Yeah, grinding. You are a workaholic, if I've ever seen one,
I
on the
appreciate
Instagram. Always at stupid o'clock.
Yeah,
You're still in the studio just as I'm getting up.
Yeah, pretty much. Is it live stream on?
I think so. We're live streaming.
Hi, Mom. Mom's watching, yeah.
Is she watching? Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's the reason I work so hard. She always told me to just like work hard and stay humble. So.
Well, shout out to Duke's mom.
Yeah, shout out, Mom.
So we did it. We did a little bit of work earlier this week in the studio. You guys, I can't say anything yet because we ain't announced it, but some seriously cool shit coming at the end of the year. Duke's been a part of that, which is awesome. What have you been doing other than that? Have you linked up with anyone, cooked up with anyone since you've been here?
Just the homies, like Jester. I met Harry, obviously, like you was there. Just all the homies that I got out here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You made anything good? You think there's gonna land?
Always, yeah. I believe in everything I do, so I think everything's gonna land.
That's it. That's the way to do it. So, for everyone that doesn't know who you are,
yeah,
Duke's got some incredible credentials. He's worked with Future, Gunna, Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Absolute massive tunes like Pushin P. Like he's a crazy, well-established producer. Can you tell everyone a little bit about how you sort of like got into this world? You know, what was that moment that sort of like it locked in and you were like, oh, okay, cool. There's something here.
I would say after my manager introduced me to Forever Rolling, because they went to my manager and Forever Rolling's manager. They went to college together, so I met my manager through my coworker at Whole Foods. Funny enough, like we all like went to the same high school. Obviously, like, they graduated like a couple years before I even got there, so they're a little bit older. But after that, me and Forever Rolling, we linked up. We started making music together. We had Red Zone, then we had Lick Back. And then after Lick Back, Future and Thug hop on the remix, and then Weezy followed me out the blue one day. So ever since like that one day at Jimmy John's when I was working, I just checked my phone and see Weezy follow me. Like I would say like that's when things changed.
Yeah, like oh shit.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Just like on a random thing, cause like I had like 400 followers, so it was kind of weird seeing Weezy as one of them.
You can see the talent. How did you sort of like capitalize on that opportunity? You've seen this great icon, legend following you. What's your mindset and how did you make sure that like, it wasn't just like a fleeting thing, and how did you turn that into a proper relationship?
Man, really, because after he followed me, he didn't reply to my messages for like a month. So I was just DMing him like for a month straight, and then eventually I got the email. So just consistency, really, like, just keep on reaching out, you know what I'm saying? I know, like, Weezy's a rock star, so he probably lives a crazy life, so he probably didn't see my message until the right time, which, I mean, I'm not complaining about, because look where we're at now, so.
So, consistency, don't get, like, beaten down by it kind of thing.
Yeah, also, because, like, man, there be producers hitting me up, like, every day. I'm just like, bruh, like, some days I don't even feel like talking about music. I be going through shit, too, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you're just trying to watch anime.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes sometimes I just be trying to work out and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
I hear
like, some days I don't feel like talking about music, but when I am, like, I'll reach back out. Yeah, so it's probably the same way for him too.
Yeah. So, what was sort of like the record? Obviously, you said you collaborated, and then that particular joint. Like, was there a record? I think is probably Pushin P. But that like really solidified like, that turning point and like, okay, we're here, I'm working, this is my profession.
I guess Lick Back, I would say, because like that was a pretty big song. Like I remember seeing it hit like 30 million views on the music video, and I was just like on YouTube, I was just like, wow, like that's crazy. Like I never thought my music would reach 10 million views. So to see it have like 30 and 40 nowadays, it's like, I would say that's the one that like really started it all. Before Push, I mean, obviously Pushin P is like my first child, you know what I'm saying? So But Look Back will probably always have a special place in my heart, just cause like that was like the actual start of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. And so in terms of like, tell us the story behind that, because you, again, we've been quite blessed because we've sort of spoken to so many different producers that produce in different ways, right? Like yourself, if you want to like, you can untag that if that's bugging you or something. Yeah, yeah. Just pull it out. But you are almost like Harry in a way, where your value in the production is more of like bringing those loops to it, right? So what was that sort of a similar thing with Lick Back? Was it a loop based thing? Like what was your role in the production, or was it the whole thing?
I mean, yeah, like really, all of my placements are really just loops of mine. You know what I'm saying? I feel like loops is kind of like the shortcut if you want to get placements, cause I mean, everybody can do drums, man. Like everybody can put a fucking, excuse my language. I'm sorry,
No, you can
sorry,
swear. It's
mom.
cool. We're good.
Everybody can put
Oh
like
yeah, sorry, mum.
everybody can put like the hit one, the Luger snare, the fucking, I'm sorry again, the Luger clap, the
Your mum's
spins
gonna text
808.
you.
Yeah, I know she's gonna scold me. I'm sorry, mom. You know what I'm saying? But anybody can do that. But like, it's rare to find somebody that can make like actual unique sounding melodies. So I feel like that's why Weezy and Forever Rolling, they mess with me.
Because you can, they can rely on you to bring the source, and then they can then take that loop and build it into the
Yeah,
final record, right?
yeah, exactly. Cause I mean, when they're in the studio with these artists, like they don't have time to make a loop by themselves, and you know what I'm saying. So it's always just about bringing value to the table. If I add value to someone, if someone adds value to me, then I'll keep them around.
Yeah, so essentially, in a way, like the role is kind of like you're creating the music, the inspiration, the sample of what, like in terms of like old school hip hop, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
And they're almost sort of like the programmers.
Yeah.
They're creating the layout, the structure, the drops,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
drums, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like they're almost like songwriters as
Yeah,
well.
we are songwriters, honestly, but I actually used to get mad when people call me just a loop maker because, like, I could do drums too, but people just don't know that. But the older I get, I realize I'm like, man, like, everybody kind of is not that good at making loops, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that people see me as like a upstanding loop maker is like, it's more of an honor now, I guess. More so than when I first signed my deal. I'm like, man, don't call me no loop maker, I do drums too. And then, you know
You
what I'm
wanted to
saying?
be a producer.
Yeah, but it's like I'm still producing, but like
You are a
yeah,
producer.
in my
You're
own way.
producing music.
Yeah,
Like, that's what it
yeah,
is. That's the definition.
yeah, yeah. So I take more pride in it nowadays, for sure.
Well, and it's a skill set, and I mean, most people, like we were saying earlier, kind of having to rely on things like Splice, right? And then
Yeah.
you're in the realm of, you know, probably there's at least one sample that at least six of us have all used that same sample in the
Nah, for
last
sure,
week.
for sure.
So that a unique selling point. You know what I mean? Being able to have and create these sounds yourself.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's all about just being unique, man. That's what makes you stand out.
So last time when we linked up last week, you told me a really cool story about a profound trip you had to
Oh,
Japan.
yeah, yeah,
I think that was really cool, and it sort of like opened your eyes, and I felt from what you told me, you sort of grew
yeah,
from it, right? I'd love
yeah.
for you to
No,
tell that story.
100%. So I went to Japan last year from October 30th to like December 12th. So a good amount of time out there, just out there by myself, just working on music by myself. Being in a place that's like so foreign, I didn't know the language, I didn't know anybody really. So I was telling you that like Stiff Game by Lil Baby, which I made the loop for out there. That's probably like the number one favorite placement I've ever done, just because of the fact, like I told you, like it's like I fully grasped I fully like grasped an idea, and like it went out to the world. Like that's the exact type of sound I wanted to do. Also, it's like my first like melodic placement, I guess you could say. Like I was telling you, even when I first
Well,
signed
when you
my
say
deal.
melodic, you mean like kind of orchestral in a
Yeah,
way,
well,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of my other stuff is orchestral too, but like it's just like more so musically inclined. Like a lot of my other stuff is just kind of like simple, hard, like you know what I'm saying, like dark trap
But this
stuff.
you are proud of. You felt like it had a
Yeah,
bit of intelligence
yeah,
behind it.
yeah. I mean, they all do honestly, but this one, it's like everybody tried to put me in this box when I first signed my deal. Like he's just a dark trap producer. I'm just like I can do way more than that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was the record that that's my first record at least that shows that.
And broke the mold.
Yeah, yeah,
Broke the pigeonhole they tried to put you in.
yeah. Even if it's not the biggest song, like it don't gotta be like that's still like I'll be listening to that song for a while.
And you said that, you know, you think it was like the stars aligned, like you felt quite isolated at that point. You'd been there a couple of weeks, you'd not really spoken to anyone.
Right, yeah.
And you sort of like managed to like tap in to this like inner kind of like focus.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've ever had a sound that you've like really wanted to create, right? And, you know, like be it a style or whatever. And you're like, oh, I'm kind of there, right? It's not quite there. It's not quite that sound. Right? I feel like that's what you was explaining to me. You had this concept in your head.
Yeah.
And then everything locked in at this one moment.
Yeah, yeah. It was also just like the emotional attachment I have to the music, because like just all the stuff I was going through out there, I translated into the music. And like sometimes even I was on the bus over here, I was listening to Stiff Gang, and like I tried so hard not to cry, like, you know what I'm saying, because that song does mean a lot to me. Like when I made it, like I told you, it sounds like triumphant pain, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
just putting the pain and all the emotions that went into that song, I feel like that's why it'll be my favorite for a while.
Well, it will obviously stay with you for a long time.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
I think that, as you said, that trip had a...
I'll probably play that at my wedding, I'm not gonna lie.
No, I like it. And I liked how you said the inspiration as well. Part of the inspiration was AOT as well.
Oh yeah, Attack on Titan, yeah, it's like my probably top one favorite anime. So, and the soundtrack for that show like still influences me to this day, and I've been listening to the soundtrack for like 5 years now.
That was another interesting conversation we had. We were talking about your inspirations.
Right.
I'll let you tell the story. I mean, I think where you get your inspirations from is quite... I don't know if it's unique, but I like how tapped in you are to it. Like, tell everyone sort of like where you tap in and get your inspirations from.
Just from everything, man. From like TV shows, movies, books, life experiences. Just like the quiet moments in life where you just, you know, I be taking a walk sometimes around my neighborhood and just thinking about life. Really, just life in general. Like, go out and experience new things, bro. Like, that's how you find new inspiration. Like, you can't stay in one place all the time. And I give a lot of credit to my manager, because he's the first one that like, I had hopped on a flight since I was like 13 years old, and then I remember I went to Atlanta for the first time when I was like 20, and I went with my manager, and that was like my first time in like 7 years on a plane. So, and then he brought me to London for the first time, and then we kept on traveling to all these other places and just seeing the world and like seeing, you know, there's so much more out there that you never thought, like, I've never thought I'd ever come to London, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I was in high school, I'm like, what the hell I'm gonna do in London? I ain't got nothing to do there, but now, like, here I am here, so it's all just a blessing. Yeah, no, for sure, but it's just a blessing to see the world and just travel and, like, expand your mind and vision, because that's where most of the unique stuff comes from, you know what I'm saying? If you're just stuck in one place all the time, you're gonna keep doing the same things, and it's kind of like redundant at a certain point.
Yeah, taking yourself out of your comfort zone, experiencing new things.
And that's why Japan was like pretty big for me, because that was like the first trip I did that was a solo trip. Like, that's kind of crazy, right? Where I didn't speak the language.
I don't know if I would do it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So Japan definitely like helped me grow up very fast in a short amount of time. Not to say I haven't already grown up, but just seeing like what I'm capable of and not knowing that at the time. And then like I went to, like I said, I went to Japan October 29th. I got back December 12th. Wham by Lil Baby came out January 3rd. And 2 songs I made in Japan were on Wham. So it was like, and like I told you, I made Stuff the first night when I got there.
First record, yeah.
As soon as I landed, I went to the studio and made that. So the whole trip paid itself off right there. I just didn't know it at the time.
And I think that has a lot to say. Like, the reason why I wanted to touch on it is with your inspiration, right? Is because I don't know. I might be wrong here, but when I speak to people nowadays, and you know, I'll ask what your inspiration is, yeah. And most of the time, I get 3 artists response. So 3 artists that they listen to, and I don't really see that as inspiration, right? They are inspiration, right? But if you want to be truly creative, right, that's just copying, right? That's all your inspiration, right? Your inspiration comes from, you didn't list one track producer on that whole line. You didn't talk about any of it.
Obviously, I'm inspired by the greats, but like I said, I'm all about being unique and making your own wave. And I feel blessed because, like, I was talking to my friend Jay Blue the other day. We were at a session. He was telling me, like, the number one thing he tells people about me is that, like, I made my own lane. Like this is what I do. If you don't like it, cool. If you do like it, cool. But like he's saying, like I paved my own way, and like that's very rare nowadays.
Yeah, that's it. That's and that's sort of what I was getting at. Is like, especially with the inspiration stuff, right? Like, I think it's easy for people to forget that you can just get inspired from everything around you, right? And but your brain has to be open to it. I'm accountable for this all the time, right?
Yeah.
I get closed in, I get in a routine, and then I'm wondering why all my music sounds like shit, right? Because I'm not pushing myself, I'm not seeing what's out there, and
100%.
I feel like you've figured that out, and you're
Yeah.
constantly on a journey of, let's look for that. Even if I'm at yard, just watching Attack on Titan.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sitting there. I watched Attack on Titan. I loved it. I didn't sit there and go, oh, that didn't inspire me to make one of the sickest trap beats of this. Do you know what I mean? Of this year.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So,
100%. Yeah.
like that. I think that's something to think about, right? Like with your inspiration and just being open-minded to it, and like really, And I don't think it's something that you can just do. It's something that you train. Being
Right.
open to it. It's not something that I don't think anyone's born with it. I think it's something you train. You look for those
100%.
open doors.
And then also like my manager's a producer too, so we would cook. Me and my manager, we cooked up every weekend for like a year and a half straight before Pusha P came out. So, I mean, just even like he was the first producer I collabed with on Logic, because like nobody uses Logic, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it felt
It's
kind of
FL,
surreal.
yeah, right where you are.
Yeah, in the U.S., man, it's like FL or nothing, or like very rarely Ableton. I've rarely seen anybody use Logic.
And if you make beats on Pro Tools, you're a bookie guy.
Yeah, you're kind of weird. Nah, you're just really talented if you make beats on Pro Tools.
Devon, the next guy that uses Pro Tools.
Oh yeah, he's really talented then, for sure. For sure.
That's funny. So there was one more sort of like story I wanted to tap into, and then I'm gonna because you guys probably want to watch him open a session and see how he cooks up. And we didn't get the opportunity to talk about it. And I said,
Right.
we'll use this opportunity. You wanted, I can't even remember what it was, but you were desperate. You said like, oh, we need to talk about this.
Oh yeah, okay.
Do you remember?
All right, yeah. So this is like when I tell this story, these two stories are like it's not cap at all. This is real life. So I was working at Home Depot, 2021. It was one night. My job was unloading the truck, so that's a lot of like one person died at Home Depot while I was working there, like doing this job.
Oh,
so
shit.
I came into work one night, and so I get to work, and like nobody's in the loading dock. It's just me. And then one of my managers was like, yeah, pal, so I'm sorry, but like you're the only one working tonight until 10. And like I was already like sick. My throat was dry. Like I thought I was gonna die. So I'm unloading this truck for 3 hours by myself. I went to the break room at one point. I was like really just ready to walk out and quit right then and there, but I heard this voice like in the back of my head, like, yo, like if you get through tonight, I promise something good will happen for you. So I ended up finishing the shift. 2 months later, Push and P comes out. And then this other part, this when Cardi dropped his album.
You feel like putting that energy was part of the reason why that song came out?
Yeah, for sure. Cause I mean, I believe in God, so
Karma.
I feel like that was the first time he like actually spoke to me, like, cause it's not like that voice wasn't something like I thought of. It was just that like I just heard it.
You're not saying that like, you're not talking like you heard the voice.
Yeah,
right?
I heard, like a voice that wasn't mine in my head. So I was like, okay, like I'll listen to you. Then Push and P came out. The night Cardi album dropped, how I found out I was on Cardi album, I was cooking up at this studio called LSD Studios in Chicago. Just cooking up with like, kind of like Signature. They got a whole team of like producers and engineers over there. So I just went to go meet and cook up with them. And Cardi was about to drop. So at like 2:30 a.m., he said he was gonna drop at 3. So I'm like, okay, but I'm gonna go to my studio and just wait for the album to drop to see if I'm on it, because I didn't know at that point. And then I hop on like this DJ Academics live stream, just like watching, waiting for the album to come out. And then like literally as I'm sitting in the chair, I heard the same voice. It just said like, are you ready for your life to change? I was like, what? And it wasn't my voice, right? It was like somebody else's. And then like 2 seconds later, Weezy FaceTimed me. And that was like the first time Weezy ever called me like on his own accord. And then me and Weezy, we was just talking about some stuff work related. And then he was like, yeah, what you doing? I'm like, man, I'm just waiting for Cardi to drop and trying to listen. He's like, oh, you on there, right? I was like, what? I was like, dang, that's crazy, bro. Like, I bet, you know what I'm saying? But
That's amazing.
yeah, so both those times I feel like God was speaking to me.
So being able to like tap in and hear that.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, music is like a spiritual thing, so I believe that if you put your pure spirit into it and just all you like 100% you can give into it, like it will reward you at some point.
Yeah, I kind of get that. I believe in a similar thing, like as well with. I don't know if it's always a voice, right? It can come in
Right.
different forms,
Yeah.
yeah. But like what we were talking about earlier with like inspiration, for instance, right? It's being aware of your surroundings and seeing the opportunities that come there, right? So like, you know, something might have come out of today. You might be like, oh, I don't know, I'm calm, whatever, da 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 da. But like, there'll be something there sort of telling you, no, like you should make the effort and go. But a lot of the time, and I struggle with this as well, I let my own personality get in the way and I'll say, nah, bun that. And then you end up losing the opportunities. Whenever I've just gone and said and fought against my own grain, right, and gone with my gut feeling, something great's always come out of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
100%.
I don't
Yeah.
know. For me, it comes in different forms. I don't know if it's a voice. I feel like for me, it's like a sign. For instance, like whenever I've had big opportunities in my work, right, I've always actually lied. So I said earlier, I was an engineer. I'd never engineered, and then I did a session for Gets, Kano, and Daneo. Every part of me was saying, don't do this. Do you know what I mean? But there was something there that was just like, yeah, go for it. And maybe that's that voice, right? Because that then
100%.
changed my life. And then same with what I was talking to one of you guys earlier about my first platinum plaque. Same thing. Someone asked me, can you master a song? I've never mastered a song in my life, right? I've never even mastered my own songs. I was
Right.
just like,
Yeah.
yeah, cool. That song went platinum.
Just take that leap of faith,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? Like, believe in yourself 100%. Don't let anybody tell you what you can or can't do. As long as you have somebody that believes in you, and besides the person that isn't yourself, that's why I give a lot of credit to my manager. Like, he believed in me when nobody else did, even when I didn't have nothing. So, man, just
He saw something in you, though. That wouldn't have happened without your own self-belief.
nah,
Or,
100%.
you know what I
And my
mean?
coworker at Whole Foods, shout out Raj. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, just believe in yourself, man. Like, it's crazy what the mind can do. Like, the mind is the most powerful weapon.
Well, you're solid proof of it. I mean, you've absolutely dominated,
I
you know,
appreciate you.
The US rap scene. Do
I
you know what I
appreciate
mean?
you. And it didn't come easy. Like, a lot of y'all may see the placements and, like, all the big records, but, like, only my manager knows about all the late nights where I stayed 12 plus hours in the studio, like, every day for months on end. So it took a lot of work to get to this point. I'm very blessed, though, for sure.
Well, on that note, let's move over to the desk. You got
Sounds
your
good.
computer
Which
loaded
one
up
you
there.
guys want to see? Pluto's Key or Money on Money?
Money on money.
Money, money. All right.
Okay, they said. You can leave that mic there. There's another mic. Just leave it on the sofa. You can use that mic. Yeah.
All right, bet. So I don't know if you follow my YouTube, but I don't have a breakdown for this yet, so y'all should feel very special. All right, so the first sound I started with, this joint right here.
We got sound. You can turn
I
it
hear
up.
it a little bit.
Yeah, no, they're gonna turn it up. It's just yeah.
Show y'all the pattern for that. That's this inlet preset out of print. So that's the first sound right there. After that, I added this, just layered the same thing.
On the live stream, have the screen and him. Yeah.
The second sound is like the same pattern, but different sound. Helpless Hero out the Prince. I made this in Japan too, so this one's kind of special to me too.
That's kind of a Japanese kind of sound.
A little
Like
bit,
a
right?
fruity, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. And after that, added this sound right here. Glacier Mood out the Prince. Shit, my bad. Sorry, Mom.
Just ride the rider.
Just something simple like keep the rhythm going, you know what I'm saying? After that, I added this sound right here. Fuzzy Fever out the Prince. That's the pattern right there. Then after that, I added this joint right here. Just like a little bell type thing. Foolish King out the Prince. Shout out Cradle. You know what I'm saying? Nothing too crazy. And then after that, I added this sound right here. Foolish King out the Prince. Then after that, I added this joint right here. Faint T out the Prince. There go the pattern, and then just put some like reverb on it. Then after that, I think I added one more sound. Yeah, I did. I added this bass. Justified pitch out the Prince.
That bass is hard.
Thanks, bro. Yeah, the Prince got some crazy sounds.
Sounds good out of PMCs.
Yeah, no, I mean, anything does, honestly. Then after that, I mean, if y'all watch my YouTube, y'all know I like chop my samples and stuff like that. So after I chopped it, you know, just kind of sped it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And after
So
I
you've
got
made that whole loop musically,
yeah,
and then exported it and resampled it
yeah.
yourself.
So I bounced it in place. I chopped it, like as y'all can see right here, like every like bar, I guess. Then after that, just play with the pitch a little bit. So I transposed it up 7, and then originally the loop sounded like this. I think it was at 135, so it sounded like a little bit faster, like this. But then after I chopped
That lot made
it,
you lot jump, I know it did.
yeah, sorry about
That
that.
made me
y'all.
jump.
Element of surprise, baby. After that, you know, I slowed it down, and then this what the chop sound like right here. So like, yeah, that first part is like the sound, or you can hear that various points in Money on Money. So that's how I did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's super. It's very sci-fi, and I like how basic. You know, you just sort of delved in, keep adding layer and layer, counter melody, bass lines, keep structuring. You know what I mean? And then you get to a sound that you're like, okay, this sounds full.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you're like, right, now let me fuck with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And chop it up, and I think that's what gives it that kind of like rawness, you know.
Yeah,
if you just
yeah.
play those, you know, that stack by itself of
It's
MIDI.
cool, you know, it's cool,
but there's something about it that doesn't feel complete. You know what I mean?
100%. You know, I'm from Chicago. Obviously, like Kanye, I grew up listening to Kanye a lot, and the way like he takes an idea from like right here to right here, and then keeps pushing it to like all the way like above the ceiling, like it's something I always try to follow. So it's really just like layering is like kind of the biggest piece, honestly. Like if you just use like I know like producers be like, you should keep the loop simple, like just do like 3-4 sounds. I'm just like, that stuff kind of sucks, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like no offense to anybody doing that, but like, cause I got loops that like 3-4 sounds too, but to make it sound like really full and like, you know, just like full and like you said, raw, I guess that's the best word I can describe. You gotta like just have good sound selection, layer all the sounds the right way, and you know, just.
Are you musically trained?
No, not at all.
So you just taught yourself the keys?
I guess you could say that I mostly click a lot of my stuff in, honestly. I know how to play keys and guitar a little bit, but like I don't really.
So you just work it until you find that note that works?
Yeah, basically. And like I said, it took a lot of hours to be able to like just have that trained ear to be able to do that, so.
A taste, yeah. I noticed one as well. It's literally the same plugin, different sounds, same plugin for the whole thing.
And that's like my whole thing. Like Look Back got like 3 stock Logic sounds in there, and that's like a gold record. So like if anybody tells you like you need this plugin to be great, you need this plugin to be great, like they all lying to you. Like I made Look Back with 3 stock Logic sounds. And Omnisphere. Shout out Omnisphere, you know that's the GOAT.
Yeah. Oh, mate. I mean, I'm there. I'm out there thinking. Sometimes I'll be making a beat and I'm like, oh, I have to do something like this.
Right,
I have to try and add like something like this, but
Yeah.
you don't, you know what I mean? It's just working it and building something and then resampling and making your own sample. How sort of like, do you have like an average like time that you would sort of spend on like a production like that? Or is it just until it feels right?
Until I'm happy with it, honestly, like I've spent more than 2 hours on a loop sometimes, like just the loop alone, not even the beat. Like, and some loops, like this one in specific, I made this in like 20 minutes in Japan. It was like 4 a.m. I had like 30 minutes left in my session. I'm like, let me just try and cook something up real quick. But then like Stiff Gang, I took like 3 hours just to make the loop. So like it really depends, honestly.
What's like in terms of, you know, your work rate? You spoke that's a key part to your success. Always grinding. You know, like at the peak of your grind, how many of these like loops were you trying to push out a day, and then how many now are you working on? Like, has there been any change since the success?
I would say I used to want to be able to do like 4 to like 8 loops a night, you know, when I'm just working in my studio. Now I've kind of switched over to taking more time on one idea just to make sure it's right, which, you know what I'm saying, it's just a little switch up in the workflow, but quality over quantity. So, yeah, so right now I'm taking kind of more like a quality approach where I'm just working on one loop for like as long as I need to until I feel like it's right.
Yeah, and I think one question that probably is on everyone's minds, obviously, these, you know, we have our own success over here, and our industry's, you know, it's cool. It's always getting better, especially in the rap game. It's a different kettle of fish in the States. It's so much bigger. There's so much more money, right there, and you know, there's obviously it's had a lot more time to grow, right, as well. What sort of like, you know, what advice could you give in terms of like a producer getting placed and on these records and getting in that kind of like headspace and getting on, you know, getting in front of these people that put these records together?
I would say I got like 2 to 3 really big pieces of advice. So like, I know like you want to send your loops out to like as many people as you can, but honestly, just find like one person you really connect with and build with them, because that's how I was with Forever Rolling. Like me and Forever Rolling are kind of like the same kind of people. We're both kind of like low key to ourselves. He's way more low key than me though, for sure. But from that one connection alone, I was able to get to Wheezy, and then from Wheezy onward, I kind of just work with Wheezy now, honestly, because I feel like my sound and his sound just like blend so well together. So you don't need like 10,000 connections that are like just subpar. You just really need like one really good one. My second piece of advice, just be like as unique as you can. Like I say, like producers be trying to send me starters and stuff, and it's like a lot of them just sound the same, and I'll probably never use them. So as long as you're unique and like you have your own distinct sound, like people tell me all the time, like they know when I did a song, and it's kind of crazy because like I was even at London on the Track House when I went to Miami like about 2 months ago, and we were just talking, and he was telling me like we were just talking about producing, and he was saying something like along the lines of like it's not about the amount of plugins you got, it's how you use them things. And he looked at me, he said, because that dude right there, like the way he used the Spitfire BBC Symphony Orchestra, he's like, bro, you damn near created like your own signature sound. And like to hear that from him, like obviously he's like a GOAT, probably top 3 of all time. So to hear that from him, it just meant a lot, knowing that like greatness recognized greatness, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and the time and energy that you've put in has been recognized by one of the top and most, like, for you, most respected producers.
100%, yeah. So that meant a lot right there, just knowing that, like, I know I'm not the only one. Like, I know a lot of people see that, like, I got a unique sound, so that means a lot to me because it makes you stand out, and I feel like that's why I get all these records, because can't nobody make loops like me, as of right now, I guess, you know what I'm saying?
And, you know, being unique and limiting yourself, do you know what I mean? You got loads of fucking plugins because I've seen your computer, but
Yeah, I can show y'all
you've
too, so y'all can see
only
the screen.
used one on this whole record.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's not about the plugins you got. Like, I don't even use effects for none of these. Like, y'all can see my FX chain. It's
Yeah,
really
you had like one reverb. That was it.
on one sound.
Yeah.
So you don't need you don't need like crazy effects. You don't need Portal. I mean, it's cool to have. I still use it, but a lot of my placements, like, it's really just been the sound by itself. Like, I didn't add anything to it besides like a reverb probably. So like, just work with what you have and just make it your own. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't need the fancy plugins. I will say though, when I was 17, my dad gave me a savings account with like $1,500 in it, and I used 500 to buy Omnisphere, and he was pretty mad. He was like, "Why did you buy that expensive plugin?" I was like, "I don't know, because
That
I wanted."
everyone else cracked.
You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it paid off because Push P is all Omnisphere, and I didn't do anything to them sounds either. It's just
Best
straight
investment you've
sounds.
ever made.
100%, yeah, 100%. I made everything back times like 1,000. So
Yeah, yeah. Don't tell people your numbers, bro.
no, it's all good. That's
Some
just
quick maths.
I'm just capping. You know what I'm saying?
Right, let's open it up to the floor. So we'll get some questions going. Is Luke about? What's that? We've got 10 minutes till the call. Yeah, cool. And then best question, we're going to pick, or Duke's going to pick, whatever his favorite question is, and you guys are going to walk home with a Sontronics microphone. So ask some good questions.
So the pressure's on me. Whoever gets the speakers, that's kind of crazy.
No, the microphone.
The
Speakers are at the
microphone.
end. That's a ticketed thing.
Even still, that's a lot of pressure on me, man.
Yeah.
Dang, you feel me?
Right, who's got some questions? Right, you over there. Where's Luke? Oh, there he is. Let's front, third row.
So getting like Lick Back and then Push and P, obviously like those songs changed the trajectory of your life. But I remember like watching the Push and P breakdown, and you said you still worked at Home Depot for like a whole month. So it's like it didn't change your life like in that moment, but since all those songs, you've got obviously so many songs since. So it's like, how have you leveled up as like a producer, a creative, even as a person, to like sustain such a high bar set like quite early on?
Let me just repeat it for the live stream, so because they
no
wouldn't hear.
problem.
So basically, to summarize, he's saying having such great success right at the beginning of your career, how have you maintained a steady progression with that bar being set so high when you were still working at Home Depot? Is that right? Summed that up all right? Yeah. Cool.
I would say, you got to know like why you want to do music. If you just want to do it for the money and clout, like I would say, don't do this, bro, because like it's not worth it. But the reason for me, like why I feel like I kept on getting successful, because the reason I want to do music is because I just want to be the best that I can at it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I truly want to do. I want to be the best that I can in my craft for as long as I can be the best at it. And there's no other reason besides that, and to make people's days better, because you know. Like, it'd be people hitting me up like, man, like, your song helps me get out of bed in the morning. That means more than a Grammy award or any kind of award I can get, because I'm actually helping somebody feel better. That I may not even know. Like, even when I went to Japan and I met one of my Japanese friends, like, he cried when he met me, bro. Like, he was like, man, I love your music. Like, you know, I can't believe I'm meeting you right now. I'm like, bro, I got 9,000 followers on Instagram. Like, you crying to meet me, bro? Like, that's crazy, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I would say the reason I leveled up is because I always want to be the best that I can, and you know what I'm saying? It's always like what you think is your best, one day you're gonna top that, and then the next best, one day you're gonna top that. So it's just about keep on like outdoing yourself, basically. That's what I would say.
So in the sense of like, how do you feel like you leveled up, as opposed to like keep going? So like, if you look back to like how you were at Home Depot, like the LC is a banging record, like to pay where you are now, it's like, how do you think, like hearing about like quality over quantity, that's like how you like switched up. Are there any other ways you've like you noticed that you've leveled up, if that makes sense?
I would say, yeah. I mean, obviously, like I said, I did spend a lot of time in the studio, but I found out nowadays that like sometimes you really only need like 5 to 6 hours in the studio. You don't need to be there like 24/7, because that's how you burn out. And I've burnt out a couple of times. So just also take care of yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't make great music if your mind's not all the way there. So I take more time in taking care of myself and just kind of doing the things that I want to do nowadays, and just not listening to any outside noise. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least I try my best not to. You feel me? Yeah, thank you.
Right at the front here.
So, sorry for my English, I'm from Germany, but I went to New York this year to the 808 Mafia beat battle event from Southside, and he rated my beat, and he loved it, and I posted a reel about it because we made a video, and I had like 2 weeks ago 200 followers, and now I have 1,000, and just because of this reel, Chief Keef DM'd me, and now my question is like, I never made a Chief Keef beat in my life. Should I send him like stuff for Chief Keef, or should I send him stuff that I did before, you know. I mean, I sent him a beat pack, but he doesn't reply me anymore. Like you said, also with Weezy, he didn't reply you anymore. I don't know, like I sent him his mail, but I don't know what to do anymore. And my second question is, um, should I, when I have this one connection, like you said, you had Weezy, should I only send my stuff to this guy, to Chief Keef himself, or can I send my stuff to other people also, you know?
So, just to recap, you've had this opportunity from Chief Keef. You're trying to figure out how to capitalize on that. You feel like it might have gone slightly dry with the connection, and do you have any advice to do that, and what kind of stuff you can send him, and should you be solo focusing on like this particular opportunity rather than just like expanding past it? Yeah.
I would say to answer your first question, bro, make music you want to make. Like, don't make music for anybody else but you, bro. Like, that's what I do. I make music that I want to hear, and thankfully, Weezy wants to hear that too. So yeah, I don't make music for anybody else but me. Like, if I like it, that's all that kind of matters to me. And if I don't like it, sometimes that's the stuff that gets placed too. So, you know what I'm saying? Just make music you want to make, bro. You ain't got to like, because that's how you get stuck, bro. You make like 1,000 Chief Keef type beats. Now, like, you kind of stuck just making Chief Keef type beats, you know what I'm saying? And for your second question, I would say, I mean, you can send that stuff to other people too if that's not working for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to just stick to one, you know? I just stick to Weezy because obviously, like, me and Weezy are like locked in, like, and I feel a sense of loyalty to Weezy because like he kind of like changed my life, you know what I'm saying? Or helped me change my life. He was one of them people that helped me get to the next level. But I mean, if you got other connects, bro, and you got other opportunities, like you might as well chase them too, you know what I'm saying? 100%.
And how did you get the attention from Weezy that he answers you again? Like,
just making fire stuff, bro. Like I said, I make music I want to make. I don't really care about who likes it, who doesn't. As long as I like it, and you know it sounds hard to me, I'm gonna send it to Weezy. If he likes it, cool. If not, cool. Like, but I know he likes it a lot of the time. Like, the first pack I ever sent Weezy was 16 loops, and he texted me back like 4 hours later, like, yeah, I just used the whole pack. I was like, at the time I'm 21. I'm like, well, dang, that's like 16 of my best loops. Like, I gotta make some more stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
but I mean, like before that, did you DM him every day until he answered you back?
Yeah, of course, because I had to get the email somehow. But once I get the email, I don't really need to text him. And now I got his number, email, so I don't really need to talk to him as much. I just send it. You know what I'm saying? I just send him a Dropbox. I email him a Dropbox link, and he opens it. So yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't get like, don't ever take it personally. Like, these guys are so busy and they've got such mad lifestyles. You know, it's so easy for a DM to get missed.
Even me, like, I be missing DMs all the time. Like I said, like, sometimes I don't even feel like doing music, and sometimes I do.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm just having too much fun to reply to a DM, so.
Yeah, and you'll know if they don't want to hear from you, they'll just block you, bro. So then you know, okay, cool, all right.
I mean, he sent me his mail,
Yeah.
but I don't know if he opens the stuff, you know?
That's
Bro,
the
you
beauty
just
of it, though.
just keep
That's the
sending.
beauty of
Yeah.
it, like living in the unknown, bro. Like, even to this day, with all my placements, like I sometimes don't even know until they come out that I'm on the album. But that makes it more fun for me because I get to experience it with the rest of everybody, like a normal person. You know what I'm saying?
You might wake up tomorrow, Chief Keef drops a surprise album, and you've got 3 records on
Exactly.
there.
No,
Like, that
exactly.
literally could happen.
Like I said earlier, element of surprise.
Yeah, but you're ahead of everyone else because you've done the work and you actually know that there's a possibility that he heard it. Everyone else doesn't even have his email, so they know there's a solid fact that he ain't heard any of their beats.
And
You
the more seeds you plant, the more crop I guess you will sow. You know what I'm saying? So just keep sending as much as you can whenever you can, and eventually something will happen if it's meant for you. Whatever is meant for you won't miss you. That's what my manager always says to me.
I think as well, try to think outside the box in how you approach them, yeah? Because they're going to read shitloads of messages of the same caliber, same sort of reading-wise, like how it sounds, tone. You know, think of something that strikes them, their opinion, and gets them thinking and looks into your message a bit deeper. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And you know, that's going to give them a chance. Like, if you're just saying, yo, bro, if you check my beat pack.
Yeah, don't DM nobody just saying like, yo, bro. You know how many times I get that? I'm just like, what do you want, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just yo, like, why, oh. I'm just like, what am I supposed to do with this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if you said, mate, I just sent you the beat that's gonna fucking be your next top 10. It might sound ignorant, right? Yeah, well, that's the sort of language, because you'll catch them at the right moment, and then they'll be like, all right, well, fuck it, let's see if he's actually, for real.
Timing is everything too. Like, so we're all on God's time. So, and God is never late. So that's all I can say.
Yeah, you can't control that though.
100%.
We're gonna go Harry, Gray. Harry's been super quiet today, so.
So when you're working on like 4 to 8 tracks a night or beats a night, what sort of techniques do you have for maintaining that like level of quantity, both musically and sort of mentally as well?
So Harry said, working on like 3-4 beats a night. How are you maintaining that consistency and I guess like creative, not getting creatively blocked?
I would say, because like I said earlier, I want to be the best that I can be at it. So it's like, it's something I genuinely want to do. Like, I wouldn't do it if I didn't genuinely want to do it. Like 4 to 8 tracks a night, that's a lot, honestly. So, like I said, it's what I genuinely want to do. I'd rather put time in doing that than rather going out to some club and party with my friends, you know what I'm saying? So, as long as you genuinely want to do it, then it's kind of easy to not look at the time and to, just keep cranking out ideas. And also just staying inspired by like a plethora of things, like video games, movies, like a bunch of stuff, books. So yeah.
Yeah, I think you're quite different as well. Like from that, knowing you outside looking in. Like I actually don't know if you're fully aware of the concept of time, because you're always working. Like it's not like he's making these big, like 4 days blend to 1 day for this guy. He's just there working. Like, I wake up 4 a.m. somewhere in the world where he is, and he's just there making a beat, and I'm like, all right, shit. If I think I'm working hard, I always know that Juke's working harder.
I appreciate that, bro. Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, shout out my mom, man. You raised a hardworking kid.
We'll go at the back. Yep. Where's the... Yeah.
Thanks for that talk. I know you spoke about Pushing P being your baby, but speaking specifically...
Lick Back was his baby.
No, Pushing P is like my first child, but Look Back is like, that's like my dog, my first dog.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm wrong.
But I wanted to ask a question about Lick Back specifically. Yeah. Is there like a detail in that song that most people miss, but to you made that record special?
Oh, that's a good question.
It was actually...
Let me just, for the live stream. So he's talking about Lick Back. Yeah. Is there an element in that song that you think people overlook, but to you, it stands out to you and you love?
It's actually the stock Logic sounds, bro. Like, honestly, like there's like 3 stock Logic sounds in there, and there's that one ethnic like tremolo string that appears like on the hook and stuff like that. I feel like that, and there's like a high like drone texture thing that like was a stock Logic sound. I mean, obviously you ain't got those sounds if you ain't got Logic, so I feel like that's what made that's what made it special. You know what I'm saying? So, because not everybody got that, and it was unique for the time. So I feel like them 2 sounds definitely like made the track.
Cool. We'll go at the front here with the blue jumper.
Yeah, thank you. First of all, for the Made to Inspire documentary.
Oh, bro, thank you. That means a lot, bro.
It was really cool to watch. Especially the beginning was really relatable when you went to Tokyo and couldn't find the exit. It was very relatable. I got 2 questions. The first one, I can see how animes and video games inspire you, especially because animes got that crazy soundtrack, like generally speaking. But how do books inspire you? It's like the first question. The second is non-music related. I'm just curious. What's the meaning of the tats?
The tattoos?
Yes.
I got you.
So just for the live stream, he's asked, he can see how you are inspired by video games and anime and things. He's asked how you get inspiration from books. And then his second question is about the meaning of the tattoo on your hand.
So for books, like the first book that really like inspired me like was this series called The Legend series by Marie Lu. I had to read it for like a summer reading in high school, and in high school I'm like, I don't want to do this, man. It's summertime. I don't want to have to read a book. But then I ended up reading it, and I was like, I really liked it. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like a dystopian like story in LA, like in the future. So at that time, that made me want to make like dystopian synth stuff, and I feel like that's kind of where like Pushing P stemmed from, like just having that experience. And that was the first time I read a book I didn't know, and I ended up reading like the whole series. Like I actually just watched Harry Potter for the first time movie-wise, but I actually like want to read the books when I get back to the U.S. because it's like watching a movie.
Yeah, the books are hard.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean Harry Potter in general, you know what I'm saying? But it's like watching a movie in your head, and like everything is your own imagination. So you like literally the whole like movie depends on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're gonna draw your own inspiration from it
Exactly.
rather than
like
someone
it
else's.
being a soundtrack that somebody else did or like a visual that somebody else did. Like everything is on you. So I feel like that's why I take
Harry Potter looks totally different in my head to what he looks like in your head.
No, 100%. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I like taking inspiration from books. As far, I mean, you want to know about like, because I only got like 3 tattoos. I got like 2 right here, and then I got. So do you want to know about all of them or just the one?
This is where his mum didn't know he had tattoos, and now she found out.
Oh no, she knows. I know.
I'm joking.
Man, sorry, mom. But this one right here, it's actually it's in the anime Demon Slayer. It's on the back of the Demon Slayer uniforms, and it means destroy, or I guess the correct term is more like vanishment. But basically, like
that's hard.
To me, it means just like defeating all evil and defeating your demons. You know what I'm saying?
That's hard. On that book thing as well, a good book that inspired me. I don't know if you've ever read it, but The Alchemist.
I've actually never read. I should. I've been hearing about that.
Yeah, that's an amazing book. That's very inspirational, and I read it every single year.
Oh, really?
Every January.
Oh, crazy.
Refocus. It's a chill, short book, but it's got every time I read it, I feel like I learn something new from it.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, it's a good book. It's a good book. Any other questions? We've got one more. Okay. You've been taking note of these questions?
Yeah.
You got to pick.
I just wanted to ask, going back to what Angelo said about the documentary. There's a lot of music in the documentary that like doesn't sound at all like kind of stuff you're showing there and your big records. Like some of it really inspired me, and it's all like sounds very kind of disco-y almost, and it's got like a lot of video game feels to it. I was just wondering if you'd like care to share a bit about making that kind of music.
So just for the live stream, about being inspired by video games and how like kind of disco-y and where that inspiration comes from. Yeah.
I would say obviously being in Japan, you know what I'm saying, it's like, man, that was a childhood dream come true, and just being like influenced by everything out there, all the neon lights, all the futuristic stuff. But at the end of the day, like I said, like I'm just making music that I want to make. Like if something sounds cool, like I'm gonna pursue that. If it doesn't, it might sound cool if I do something different. But really, like most times when I'm cooking up, bro, like I kind of just don't even know what I'm doing. Even to this day, like I kind of just mess around until I find something cool, and then just build off of that. So I couldn't really tell you like a process behind it. Really, just make what you want to make, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like if it sounds cool to you, who cares what anybody else thinks? I appreciate you though for watching the documentary too, and what you said, bro. It means a lot.
Yeah, dope. I think we got part 2 coming soon.
Yeah, it'll probably be out like November. So all y'all might be in this. Shout out my videographer back there.
There you go. All right, cool. Well, that's what we've got time for. Devon is waiting on the other line. So, I mean, now's the time. Pressure's on you. Who do you think had a good question?
If you ask me a question, can you please stand up? Oh, this is tough, man.
You got bad questions.
This is tough.
I don't want the mic. I just wanted to know about.
See, look, now he's trying to do the honourable thing in hopes that, like, you persuade him. No, don't give me the mic. I'll give you the mic.
I respect it. I respect that.
Well, you're wrong. That's not going to work.
I'm going to pick bro back there in the black leather jacket because I like that question that you asked about Lickback.
There you go. So you can go over to Sam at Sontronics. Whenever you're ready, he'll hook you up. Ben, when they do that, just make sure you get that interaction, please, on camera. Thank you. Tom, sorry, I get confused. You both look the same. My bad. Right, cool. Let's go around.